8:30 p.m. July 14th, 2026. Right now I'm filming from Boston Bar. This is directly right across the river from the North Bend. And that's the North Bend area. And that's what's happening all above it. And in a sense around it. But apparently North Bend has been properly contained and now it's traveling up this way very quickly. As well as if we look towards the direction of Lytton, as well there's fires happening down there. But this is what you can see if you're in Boston Bar on just a regular old hill or just walking downtown. Downtown being up there in that direction. There's fire camps like this, fire bases all over the place. Earlier today, there was a lot of smoke and it was very thick. People were very concerned. And speaking to a lot of people, people are very concerned. They are definitely concerned with what they're seeing right here. So I just got a camcorder and I don't have an editor right now, so you're going to be seeing raw footage for this video. I'm not going to be editing anything out. You're going to be walking with me as I continue past that way. And before I reach the bridge that goes over to North Bend, I'm going to stop there and film for a bit. So this video may be a little long, but you're going to see the raw footage of what we can see here from Boston Bar. The power's been occasionally going out, but it quickly comes back on. Service for most cell phones are not working right now. Especially if you have a low-end service provider or phone. See how close I can get to this guy. Now, if you have a TV, it's probably better you view this particular video on your TV, because it's going to be very good HD and these pictures are going to look very good. I wish I was filming something else like a wedding or a bear on the side of the road, and instead I'm filming chaos as it spreads through the forest this way. And yeah, cool, this footage it's nice and all, but I would prefer I wouldn't be filming this like this, because at the end of the day, this is people's lives. This is a forest, entire ecosystems. Our legacy and history here in British Columbia, Canada. And because this footage is going to be very raw, you're going to hear a lot of my commentary. This guy out there just honked his horn. So I originally came down to Boston Bar to help out some people that are very close to me, and all this started within a couple of days. We were driving up to the dump to throw away a bunch of stuff, and we ended up coming across a fire on one side of the road, which is really big, which was probably about like 3,000 square feet, 2,000 to 3,000 square feet big. And then there was a little one that was roughly about 10 by 10. And this thing was burning. And we were trying to put it out, trying to call the fire department, doing everything we could. And this is what's happening now. This is where we're at now. And it's not only seeing fire from up there, but also seeing fire coming from this way, which that way is this side of the river on Boston Bar where we are filming from. This is what you can see from the ground. You can see the fire fighting effort from the air, really struggling to get this under control. And as much as we're going to get it under control, or get it close to being under control, this thing might still take its course, for the better or for worse. And as you're seeing that, you can see the burning in the distance from the view of the helicopter. This helicopter's coming from there too. I think there's a very close by launching station where they're picking up as well as fire retardants, not just dropping water, which they're picking up from the river, but as well as dropping things that are going to slow down the fire that are not just water. That's all part of the firefighting effort from the air here, as we are seeing it in real time. Well, I guess when you see this, I already had filmed this and uploaded it, but pretty close to the time that it actually happened. It's a pretty heavy-duty piece of equipment there. I was gonna take it down there, but I guess I'm gonna have to wait for the train to pass. But all day we've been seeing scenes like this. Sorry, I don't have a tripod. I just got this camcorder, so it is what it is for the footage right now. And when I get an editor, it might alleviate a lot of the time that is going to be spent watching this video to see me getting to the next scene, as there is no editing and there is no scene skipping. But that's how real life is. There is no scene skipping or editing or getting to the favorable moments of a footage. The reality just unfolds, and all you can do is go with the flow or try to survive it the best you can or enjoy the moment. But in this case, this is nothing really to enjoy. It's exciting, but it's not enjoyable, and not exciting in a positive way. More like exciting in the way before you get a heart attack, or you're worried about something, kind of excitement. Your heart's excited, not you're excited in a positive way, joy. And this may be where they're getting some of this fire retardants, I don't know. It just looks like it right here. For whatever the reason, this is part of the fire effort. And there's the fire right behind it. Sometimes these helicopters got to go in once and then kind of climb around the mountain and come back for favorable winds, and sometimes to see where they're properly going to land this stuff. I don't think we need to get too close, but you get the idea. Oh yeah, and here it is. The majestic railroad as the helicopter's coming out right behind the view, ready for another launch. Sorry, another drop. But there's the train right there, pumping out production as all this drama's unfolding in the Fraser Canyon. This guy might let us get really close since he's very steady. See some of the features on that helicopter if I can get it steady. Look at that big hose. So what that's doing is it's straw, and it's sucking whatever they want to drop through that straw into wherever that's being held within that helicopter. Then it is being dropped over the target. So if all of you enjoy watching this fire effort, well, here's some of it in its rawest form. Look at that beautiful piece of equipment. Some of the smoke in the sky and what it looks like. The wind is usually constantly blowing this way in the summer, but sometimes it blows this way, or there's no wind at all really, and this whole area gets filled with smoke all the way past Hope. So you're gonna see a lot of these guys. Sometimes they go in entire convoys and come out in entire convoys, going in and out in shifts to fight that fire directly on the ground. So as we get closer to the bridge going towards North Bend, here it is. Everything's going to begin to change in the way that this looks. You're seeing it from a different point of view. Instead of seeing it from over there, you're seeing it from over there, viewing it that way. So here it is, North Bend, Chomox Road. So we have originally discovered this. And credit goes out to all those people who, along with us, who actually reported this for the first time. Some people were saying that this was just going to put itself out at that moment. But in all honesty, how hot and dry it is, especially out here in the Fraser Canyon, even though the sun is cut off by many hours during the day because of these mountains, the sun goes down and the sun has to go over it just to get sunlight in here. It's still very hot and dry, and it's very windy, and predictably this thing did not put itself out. It's where we're at right now. Alright, here we are. We'll get closer and I'll get down there close to the bridge and show you this, and you'll see some of the houses that we can see from here with this camcorder, and you'll see how close they are to the drama. I don't know, we can't see it yet, but there's a few right behind these trees. Sorry, it's hard to keep it steady from a distance here. There you go. I guess when you get too close, the digital zoom just makes it look crummy anyways. But yeah, I call those trees, especially the really dry ones that have been affected by the pine beetles, Q-tips doused in gasoline. Coming in for another one. So right down here is the river. That mighty river. Overlooked by these homes over here. Imagine waking up to that right behind your house. Wow, and look how close that is to that. See all those trees that have been affected by the pine beetles? Yeah, those things are just pure fuel. bad today with these flames. Usually all you see is smoke during the day, but some days it's really bad where you can really see the orange. And once again, because of those pine beetles, those dry trees just make the spectacle even more dramatic. So this is where I'm at so far. We continue going a little ways lower. We're gonna be close to the bridge, though I am going very slow. And this camcorder might not allow me to put all the footage in one video, so this might have to be in different parts. If that's the case, I guess it is what it is. This is really quite the closest you can get from Boston Bar. I'm sure there's better angles, better ways of seeing this, but this is the closest. So yeah, just imagine this video is just you walking, just looking at this for yourself with your eagle binocular vision looking straight into it. You get the point. So right now I'm getting closer, and you're coming with me. Or better yet, just pretend this is you. This is you looking at this and walking this way. It's beautiful out here, isn't it? Living out here is like a 24/7 Airbnb. Even in the winter when it's bloody cold, it's an Airbnb. It's beautiful, huh? It's just, sometimes beauty comes with the cost. Especially for the people who own the home that you may Airbnb out here. When you leave, this is what they may have to deal with. Living amongst nature is beautiful, but it's dangerous, as we know. Can't really see much from here. But yeah, like I said, I've been here for a while, helping out some people that are close to me. And this is what it's been. It is what it is. Obviously it could be better, but it can also be far, far worse. And unfortunately for quite a few people, it's been a lot worse for their home, for their pets. I don't know what kind of people have suffered health problems just because of the stress alone. At this moment, I'm not going to say if anybody's passed away or not. I don't know. During this, I'm sure there's been health complications for people, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure how many people have lost their pets, how many people have actually truly lost their property and the life that they've known. A lot of people are saying that this could have been better contained, that this could have been better taken care of right away. I personally don't know. I just hear the opinions. I film and comment on what I see as I see it and as it's happening, and as well as from what I know. And I may not always get things right, and I'm sorry for that. But you get to hear it and see it from the perspective of a person who can just see it for themselves. And yeah, it's quite a sad thing. Now, I think we're going to be getting pretty close here to a better angle. Now you got the train working this side, and you got the train working the other side across the river. This production is not taking no for an answer. Because think about it. Who knows how much dollar figures are not being made for our economy when those railroads are halted. So of course none of us want this. You know. But look at all these trees that we got, all these pine trees. They're very good for production. Very good for production, very good for sales. Every once in a while you come in and you clear cut this and get some really good wood that you could sell, which is good too. That's also very good for the economy. But then you get a lot of it that just gets burnt up, causes a lot of money to be put into fire efforts, to put out the fires, for fire rescue, for all sorts of things. it becomes quite an event and quite the spectacle when we have to get into these states that we are now fighting these things. But this is the way things are now, and there's not really much we can do. Or so it seems. Except for just deal with the consequences of how nature feels about things. And we have to respect nature. I didn't realize that it's quite the walk. So you get to hang out with me for a bit. And with a good editor or a camera that can pause, you know, a lot of this is avoided, but I don't know if you like it. Comment below. Tell me what you think of the quality of these videos. Maybe you can tell me what I can do better and what you like. But here pretty quickly we're coming up to the bridge. Maybe I can walk a little faster, that might help. Oops. Here we are. There's a good opening here. But I have to get a little bit more closer up that way. So like I said, if you guys enjoy, comment. If you guys enjoy, let me know. If you enjoy watching these parts of the videos, or they seem a little boring, so I don't know. But here we are. We're almost here, guys. Look at all that smoke going that way. Look at that beautiful river right there. That's production within itself. All right. So we started filming over there, and now we're here filming over there. See the identification of the helicopter from here. That big tub at the bottom. I don't know if you can guess where. Oh, there it is. Wait, what happened to the little red bucket that it had under? Does it like shrivel up like a raisin when it shoots it out? Oh, it seems like it does. It like collapses back in or something. See, this one doesn't have a bucket. This is just a great whopping helicopter is what it is. So its system is built in, unless it's in that square right there, yeah. But it goes inside, that's just the unloading bay. Now, what I think they're doing is that they're coming down into this corner here and picking it up directly from the corner of the river. Now, I don't know how many fish or things get picked up in here, but they do. Sure they do, and they get launched back into the forest. But yeah, that's, I guess they're going a little bit more deeper, but before, from here I could see them picking up the water. Unless I make it in time here as I walk around the corner. Yeah, there you can see the helicopter picking it up from that corner, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, that could be a twig. Oh yeah, there you can see the lights. Okay, proves my point. There it is. Now I think as we get a little bit closer this way, we might be able to see this process much better. Yeah, so you see with that straw, now that bucket has been filled. So I guess the bucket collapses within itself like a type of bag when it fills up. I mean, when it gets unloaded, released. Yeah, so it is water for both of them. And when I'm seeing them come up this way, I was thinking that there was a launching pad this way, but I guess what's happening is that I'm seeing them come up this way from here, but because everything's kind of crossed within the same direction, it looks like the launching pad's over there, but it's actually, they're just picking it up from the water over here. That could be accurate with the first thought, but it doesn't seem like it. Almost seems like it's just not doing anything, does it? See, there's this one. So full, the water's just coming out. So he's gonna come in right behind the other guy. As this one's coming around. I can hear them right overhead. Alright, I don't know if these trees are gonna obstruct the view, but I'll try to get a little bit more closer. I really hope that I do not have to make this video into a bunch of segments, just make like one long video. But I think it's gonna do it because it's a camcorder. And the way that these things load onto the memory card, I think it's going to be in different parts. But it also gives you the chance to, I guess, be able to keep engaging and watching the next part, or having enough with the first part of the first few parts. Now this is the closest I've gotten with me just filming this specifically, not just coming up here, but actually filming this for the first time since I seen it for the first time. Since that, I haven't been here. I haven't crossed this bridge. And I'm not gonna cross the bridge. I'm just gonna see if I can film these helicopters on the other side. All right, here we go. Let's get into the final stretch of this video, as I will end it after I film these helicopters and get a little bit more of what's happening here. Quick view of this beautiful river. How majestic it looks as those big concrete beams are cutting through it. So this is the bridge going to North Bend. Yes, you can see it from here, so I think we're gonna get some good footage of what's happening here from here. Seeing it firsthand. So that's one helicopter. Oh, there's a second helicopter. I don't know if this third helicopter's media or what it is. But the more the merrier in this case. Yeah, this one could be media, the way it's moving slow. The helicopter up there. There we go, we get to see this again, a little think more further back. Ooh. My bad. Luckily, I've been filming long enough that I can maneuver through this camcorder. Look at that red bucket fill up. Back up again. See this one? Yeah, that one's definitely just media. Or whatever it is. It's definitely not one of these bad boys. Well, there it is, folks. You got to see it for what it is right now. This is what you can see above North Bend from Boston Bar. Now I'm sure we could get much closer, even film this from the bridge, but this is what the bridge is. Harrington Bridge. Province of British Columbia, Ministry of Transportation and Highways. Let's just keep that there for a second. I don't know what it is about that spot. It seems to be the special spot. My suggestion is, these are the professionals, but my suggestion is that you put a little mesh at the bottom of that thing so that you don't pick up fish or rocks and things like that, or debris or logs or anything that could clog it, or it's just unwelcome in a more pure water bombing process, if that makes sense. Wish I had better control of this camcorder. There we go. There we go. Yes, you got to see it for yourself there. How it's happening, how the magic is happening. Where they're getting the magic fairy water. this video short soon here. Yeah, since I've been filming here the past while, I haven't seen any type of personal vehicles pass by. It's all been vehicles that are part of the fire fighting effort, law enforcement, or CN Rail. Or if it is a regular vehicle, you see somebody in like some vest. Sad thing is that my manual focus is not very accessible here, so I have to zoom out and zoom in, and because I can't edit this footage right now, that's why I'm doing a bunch of kung fu with the camera here. Oh, you see that bucket? It just comes down. One. Right behind the previous one. Alright, well that's it for now. Seen it for what it is. Wish us luck out here, folks. Thought that thing was a bear for a second.